Yes, good morning, dear students. In the previous video, we already discussed about the size of cells, and now in this video, we will discuss the cell structure and functions. You have learned that each living organism has many organs. Okay, so we can say what is tissue. So, what is tissue? We will discuss a group of cells that perform a same function from a tissue, means a group of cells that form a same kind of function, that like in our human body the digestion is done by same kind of cells. So the same kind of cells in a group is known as tissue. Each tissue is made up of cells that perform a same function. Next, muscle tissue is a group of cells helping in the movement or contraction of stomach as an organ. So the stomach cells perform in a group is known as tissue. Next we have the parts of cell. So while considering the parts of cell, first we have the cell membranes. So we can say the cell structure has main parts. First is cell wall, that is only present in the case of plants. Next we have the liquid, that is known as cytoplasm, and the outer covering or outer layer is known as plasma membranes, and in the center we have the nucleus. Next, the first is cell membranes. So we will discuss cell membranes in detail. What is cell membrane? The outer layer that encloses the cytoplasm, that encloses the liquid cytoplasm, and the nucleus is called the cell membranes. This is present in all living organisms, either plant or either animal. It is also known as plasma membranes. It regulates the entry and exit of the substances from the cell. Means it allows the substance to in or out from the cell. It is semi-permeable. Means pores are there. It holds all the cell pieces and fluid inside the cell. Means all the cell parts are inside this cell membranes, and the holes are in the cell membranes to left important things to the move in and out. Means it has holes, so the important things that are required for the cells come in and the waste comes out. So this is the function of cell membranes in case of cell. The second part of cell membranes cell is cell wall. The cell wall is only present in plant cell. Okay, in plant cell there is an additional covering over the living plasma membranes is called cell wall. So there is an important question, why the plant cell has additional covering over the plasma membranes, not the animal cell? Because plants are immobile, they can't move, and they need extra protection from temperature, pressure, wind, and other environment stress. So cell wall is the extra component of cell that is present in plant cell. Next we have the very important part, cytoplasm. Now what is cytoplasm? Cytoplasm is the liquid that fills in a cell. It is a jelly-like substance present between the cell membranes and nucleus. It is made up of components of a basic element like carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, and oxygen. So the cytoplasm is made up of these kind of substance, and like sugar, fats, and proteins are also there. The major solvent is water. So the major amount of water is there. That's why it is liquid. All the metabolic activities takes place inside the cytoplasm. Next we have the cell organelles. Now what is cell organelles? The cell harbor inside themselves smaller microscopic structures bound by a membranes which perform various cellular functions, like means the that are present in minor quantities like nucleus, mitochondria, plastic. They are also present in cell. Okay, so first of all, very important part is nucleus. So what is nucleus? This is the most important component of cell. It is generally spherical and located in the center of the cell. So the nucleus carry nuclear membranes. Nucleus is separated from the cytoplasm by a membranes called nuclear membranes. Means if we have this cell and this is the nucleus and this is the cytoplasm. So the nucleus separated by nuclear membranes from this cytoplasm. Next we have the nucleoplasm. Inside the nucleus membranes are dense fluid. Inside the nucleus there is also a dense fluid. So this fluid known as nucleoplasm. Next we have the chromosomes. Chromosomes are very important. Floating in the nucleoplasm are the thread-like structure. Means here the thread-like structure is there in the nucleus, that is known as chromosome. Next we have genes that we already heard. Genes are related with hereditary units. So the chromosomes carry information in the form of genes, and these thread-like structures has genes inside them. So the chromosomes that are transferred from one generation to another. Means chromosomes carry genes and genes are hereditary, so it carry information from one generation to another. So nucleus is the controlling unit of the cell. Nucleus is also called controlling unit of a cell. It regulates and coordinates the activities of cell, its organelles. Okay. Next we have the very important part given in your book, that is vacuole. So at the last page they given the vacuole. Then we will discuss the vacuole in detail. So the storage bins of cell, they are found in both animal and plant cell. So food vacuole might store food or any variety of nutrients a cell might need to survive. So it is called food vacuole. They can even store waste products. There is a membrane that surrounded the mass of fluid. Next, plants may also use vacuoles to store water. Okay. Next we have the chloroplast. Chloroplast is only present in plants. It is not present in animals. The green plants convert the energy of sun into sugar. That is the photosynthesis process we already know. And the byproduct is oxygen and sugar. This is the photosynthesis process. The reaction takes place carbon dioxide, water in the presence of sunlight, chlorophyll. The sugar is formed and oxygen is byproduct. Next we have the other part of cell is mitochondria. So mitochondria is the known as powerhouse of cell. Why it is known as powerhouse of cell? It oxides sugar into the presence of oxygen and release energy. Means glucose in the presence of oxygen gives carbon dioxide and water. And this is the powerhouse of cell. It gives power to the cell. So this is the about the parts of cell. Next we have the cell structure. The cell structure is given here in this small paragraph. I will explain it by difference. So based on the organization of the membranes bound nucleus, cell can be categorized as, means the nucleus of the cell. Now we are not difference in the cell, we are talking about the nucleus of the cell. So eukaryotic cells and prokaryotic cells. In eukaryotic, the nucleus region with the distinct nuclear membranes. Here not distinct nuclear membranes. These organisms composed of these cells are called eukaryotic, and where not well defined nucleus, that is prokaryotic. Cell of plant and animal are eukaryotic. Cell of bacteria, blue green algae, that are prokaryotic. What is the meaning of eukaryotic? True nucleus, and prokaryotic means primitive nucleus, means not well defined nucleus, well defined nucleus. So this is the differentiate between on the base of nucleus eukaryotic and prokaryotic. Next we have the very important part, difference. Comparison of plant cell and animal cell. The structure of plant cell and animal cell is given here. This is the plant cell and this is the animal cell, figure 8.7. Okay, so I will explain the difference between them. Animal cells are generally small in size, plant cells are generally large in size. Animal cell has no cell wall, plant cell has cell wall. Except from protozoan, no animal cell process plastids. This is the exceptional case in the case of animal. Here plastids are present in plants because it carries a chlorophyll. Vacuoles in animal cell are many and small. The most mature plant cell have large central sap of vacuole. Animal cell have a single high complex Golgi. Plant cell has, Golgi is also a part of cell. Next we have the cell. Animal cell have centrosome and centroid. That is also present in the nucleus. Plant cell lack of chromosome, centrosome and central. So this is all about the difference in the plant cell and animal cell. So we have discussed this chapter up to page number 96. Thank you.